Good morning, my dear students. Hope everyone is good and safe at home. So, after essay 1, okay, so started. We have started once again the online classes for you all, and it is very sad to say that very few of you have attended essay 1 exam and scored very less marks. Okay, so if it is going like this only, definitely it is going to affect on your final exams, so that are going to conduct, that are going to come very soon before you. So, and very few students are seeing the videos of online classes, and very few students have came to school to submit the classwork, to check the homework, and to write the essay on exam also. So it's very hard for you, the days are going to come. Okay, again it's our part of duty to continue with the online classes. Hmm? So some students are very serious, so those are reading, for those students only we are going to conduct, we have to take care of them. So we are always there for the all students. Okay, so by not wasting much time, so today let's start the next lesson, that is unit 7, the less attribute to Netaji. So you might have seen, you might have heard about the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, so now here a chance, a golden opportunity for us to read about the great person. Okay, about here. Here some pre-reading activities: reading, listening, and speaking. Read this passage at home before your teacher narrates it to you in the class. Listen carefully to all that he or she says and then answer her questions. In the late 30s and early 40s of the last century, we fought for our freedom. We know that in the year 1930, the 1940, and up to 47, we fought for our freedom. Two great leaders inspired us to fight. Okay, that is Mohandas Karamchandra Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose. So these two were the great leaders who inspired us to fight, Mohandas Karamchandra Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose. Each led us in his own way. Bose asked Indians to give him their blood, then he would give them freedom. Gandhi promised freedom without violence. Here there are two faces, two personalities, okay, two great leaders who inspired us more. The boss asked Indians to give him their blood and he would give them freedom. And Gandhi said that I will give you freedom without violence. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs adored Subhas and joined the Indian National Army in thousands. They called him Netaji. Okay? Women knew how Netaji held them in high regard. They too jumped in Jhansi Lakshmibai regiments under the leadership of the fairy and beautiful Lakshmi Swaminathan. It was an all women army. The now very popular Jai Hind and Dilli Chalo were their war cry. So, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and so many of Indian, okay, people are adored Subhash Chandra Bose and joined the Indian National Army in thousands. They called him Netaji. So, with the love, care, and concern, with the respect, the people used to call him as name Netaji. And women like Jhansi Lakshmibai and so many others women are also got inspired, and they also joined for the army. and now and then the very popular is Jai Hind. So Delhi Chalo. When the British put on trial three INA officers, Shah Nawaz, a Muslim, Sahgal, a Hindu, and Dhiren, a Sikh Indian, exploded in verse. Nehru said on 24th December 1945, means 2 years before the independence. The INA trial had created a mass appeal. Sir Clouds, okay, Orchlik, a British commander in chief, said that Indians adore the IN and its officers as national heroes. This is the general opinion held in India not only by the public but by quite a considerable part of the Indian army as well. In an article published on 15th February 1946, Gandhi said the hypothesis of the Indian National Army had cast a spell of us. The lesson that Netaji and his army brings to us is one of the self-sacrifice, unity irrespective of the class, community, and the discipline. Okay, this lesson is all about freedom fighters, okay, who have contributed their life for the nation. And in this lesson, we are discussing about only the two persons, about the person that is Bose, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Here, uh, the British commander-in-chief officer told all Indians that hereafter you have to follow me and you have to treat me as your God and you have to obey all the orders which I say. So after this, there was a people, those who went to the Netaji and started joining the army. Okay, so I just read once again here, my dear friends. In the late 30s and early 14s of the last century were fought for our freedom. Two great leaders inspired us to fight, that is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose. Each led us in his own way. Bose asked Indians to give him their blood and he would give them freedom. Gandhi promised freedom without violence. Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs adored Subhash and joined the Indian National Army. In thousands, they called him Netaji. Women knew how Netaji held them in high regard. They too joined the Jhansi Lakshmibai regiment under the leadership of the fairy and beautiful Lakshmibai Lakshmi Swaminathan. It was an all-women army and now very popular Jai Hind and Delhi Chalo were their war cry. When the British put on the trial three INA officer, Shah Nawaz, a Muslim, Sahgal, a Hindu, and Dalit, Sikh Indian exploded in verse. Nehru said on 24th December 1945, the INA trial has created a mass appeals. Sir Cloud Achwink, the British commander-in-chief, said that Indians adored the INA and its officers as national heroes. This is a general opinion held in India not only by the public but by quite a considerable part of the Indian Army as well. In an article published on 15th February 1946, Gandhi said the hypothesis of the Indian National Army has cast and spell on us. The lesson that Netaji and his army bring to us is one of the self-sacrifice unity irrespective of the class and community and discipline. 4 months before that, on August 18, 1945, Subhash had died in an accident in which his plane had caught fire. Okay, so read the passage at home first, then follow carefully your teacher's models reading the class. Keep reading at home again and again. So 4 months after that, means August 18th, 1945, Subhash Chandra had died in an accident in which the plane had caught fire. In the history of Indian freedom struggles, the place of Subhash Chandra Bose is unique. Okay, so we know that there are a lot of freedom fighters are there. So all the freedom fighters names are unique. Okay, so Subhash Chandra Bose name also is like a unique. He was a leader who thought of fighting the burst force of British by armed force. He had a wonderful organizing capacity. He could raise a modern army about 75,000 men and women. He inspired them with the intense, okay, patriotic fire and burning desire to fire their unleashed motherland. Okay. So, in the history of Indian freedom struggle, the place of Subhash Chandra Bose is unique. Okay, he was a great leader and who was a most strong person. Okay, and he could raise a modern army about 75,000. Just imagine, students, 75,000 women and men and women in that time only, in the 1945, 1946, 47 period only. So he built 75,000 men and prepared for the freedom fight. Subhash Chandra Bose belonged to an educated and prosperous family and was educated in England, Cambridge, and had traveled widely all over Europe. He looked at India from an international perspective as he had a deeply spiritual nature. His quest for trust and the right guru had taken him to each and every corner of the country. Okay, so he was always, so Subhash Chandra Bose was belongs to the educated family and prosperous family, and he educated in the England, Cambridge, and he traveled all over the world. Okay, all over the Europe. He looked at India from an international prospect. As he had deeply spiritual nature, his quest and trust about the right, and his Guruji had taken him to each and every corner of the country. At last, he made up his mind to follow the teaching of Swami Vivekananda and, okay, Aurobindo Ghosh in the spiritual space, and Deshbandhu Chakra Chittaranjan Das in political. So okay, he was inspired by Swami Vivekananda, Aurobindo Ghosh in the spiritual sphere, and Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das in political. Okay, Subhash Chandra had a serious regard for his Muslim country side. Some of his ancestors, like Mohipati Bose and Gopalnath Bose, had held the office of ministers and naval commander under the Muslim rules of Bengal. The quarters in which he lived, says Bose, his autography was prominently a Muslim one, and our neighbors were mostly Muslims. I cannot remember ever to have a look of Muslims as different from ourselves in any way, except that they go to pray in the masjid. So Subhash Chandra Bose had a very special regard for the Muslim people, countryside, countrymen, and his followers. Mohipati Bose, Gopalnath Bose, and other think that in the Bengal, West Bengal, hmm, under the Muslim ruler, the country is meant for all. There is no much difference in Hindu, Muslims, and all. Simply, they go to pray in a masjid. Okay, so in the history of Indian freedom struggle, the place of Subhash Chandra Bose is unique. He was a leader who thought of fighting a worst force of the British by armed force. He had the wonderful organizing capacity. He could raise a modern army of about 75,000 men and women. He inspired them with the intense patriotic fervors and burning desires to fire to free their enclosed mother's land. Subhash Chandra Bose belonged to an educated and prosperous family and was educated in England, that is in Cambridge, and had traveled widely in all over the Europe. He looked at India from an international perspective as he had a deeply spiritual nature. His quest for trust and the right guru had taken him to each and every corner of the country. At last, he made up his mind to follow the teaching of Swami Vivekananda and Aurobindo Ghosh in the spiritual space and Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das in politics. Subhash Chandra had a special regard for his Muslim countryside. Some of his aristocrats ancestors like Mohipati Bose, Gopalnath Bose had held an office of ministers and naval commander under the Muslims rule of Bengal, the quarters in which we lived, says Bose in his autobiography, was prominently a Muslim one and our neighbors were mostly Muslims. I cannot remember even ever to have looked up Muslims as different from ourselves in any way except that they go to pray in masjid. So this is the part one lesson of the things, my dear friends. So tomorrow, in the next class, we are going to finish the second part of the lesson. It's very sad to say that again I would like to repeat the things. Most of you are not submitting classwork. Most of you are not coming to the school for corrections. Even not even your parents also. So things are going to be very worst for you in the coming days. And I believe that still you are serious. You're not 4, 5, 3rd standard, 4th standard LKG students. You are 7th standard students. Hope you understand everything and start seriously reading about this. So thank you, my dear friends. So in the next class we will continue the things. See you.